Welcome back to the Why Change channel. I'm Yulia. In this episode, we will talk about the most important outcome of business analysis, shared understanding of requirements. It is your responsibility as a business analyst to help everyone get to the shared understanding. This is what the next principle of the BA mindset is about. There is a very good reason we focus on creating this understanding. You've probably heard numerous times that business analysts document requirements. We've also talked a lot about doing analysis. BAs analyze the current state of business and its processes to get a better understanding of what their customers need. But doing analysis and documenting requirements is not all. Even the most complete, accurate, and well-structured requirements are not worth much if you are the only person that understands and can explain them. Let's start with recapping outcomes of business analysis. What is BA supposed to produce when they are assigned to a project? A well-groomed backlog, or a comprehensive requirements document, detailed process maps, other models, matrices, and wireframes to support the requirements analysis, sign-off of the requirements by project stakeholders. All of these may be listed on your requirements analysis plan as deliverables, but there is another deliverable that may not be explicitly stated. Let's imagine you put all this effort into understanding the current state of business, all the details of a complicated process, terminology, and business rules. You spend many hours with subject matter experts to understand what they need to achieve. You help them formulate the requirements and capture them with diligence and attention to detail. You organize the results into scenario matrices and models. You are focused on getting this done under pressures of the project schedule. You work hard and you feel good about your work. After a lot of effort, you have a really good understanding of the requirements. What about other people involved in the project? Those who will design, develop, test, and implement the solution. Do they have the same understanding? If you are not sure or you haven't asked, then you're not done yet. It is part of your job to ensure that all stakeholders have a consistent and shared understanding of the business problem and the requirements. Why are we making a big deal out of this? Isn't it a given after all the meetings you've had? Shared understanding doesn't happen by magic. It needs to be built gradually. Something you think is very clear can be interpreted quite differently by someone else. You may not even notice the ambiguity because you've already formed your view. Think of it this way. Communication is only as good as the message received. Requirements are only as good as their understanding by the intended audiences. So, what do you need to create a shared understanding? Here are a few ideas. Create a context model. Start with a shared understanding of the context. Establish and use common terminology. Ask for a glossary during the discovery phase or create one if it doesn't exist. Explain many times, many ways. Use a variety of tools and techniques to capture and share the results of your analysis. Your stakeholders will absorb and understand the information in different ways, and you need to be able to reach them. Experiment with a variety of tools and learn when and how to use them. You can create a screen mock-up, a storyboard, a scenario matrix, or a process flow. Capture the results as data mapping, decision tree, business rules, or acceptance criteria. Use diagrams, lists, text, and structured formats such as matrices and test scenarios to supplement requirements. Experiment with different formats to review and validate requirements with stakeholders. Group and individual reviews, role plays of user journeys, and demonstrations of a proof of concept. The goal is to share and validate requirements in progress as you go and keep building shared understanding step by step. Imagine at the beginning of the project, you will start with different opinions, perspective, and requirements interpretations. You will have to lead the project team, all the business and technical stakeholders, to the same goal, a shared interpretation. There will be a lot of iterations to review what was already discussed and look at it from a different perspective. You will recap key points, revisit complex steps, reiterate important definitions and rules, refine the scenarios, reinforce the objectives, Restate requirements to ensure you have an agreement. Recall sticky points from previous debates to find the resolution. Reorganize requirements for clearer structure. And repeat the steps as many times as needed until you get to the shared understanding of the future solution. Shared understanding of requirements. It's not just about you understanding the problem and knowing the requirements. This knowledge must be shared. And this is principle number 8 of the BA mindset. So don't take on the burden of being the only person who knows. You may think it means power, but it is in fact a weakness for the project and a big risk for the change. You are not the secret keeper of knowledge. You are not a master of dark arts. You are a communication satellite, connecting and broadcasting. Everybody should have access to the knowledge, and you must create a climate of sharing and constant flow of information. We are at the end of the video. I hope that after watching it, you agree with me that a shared understanding of business requirements is the ultimate outcome of business analysis. Thank you for following along, and let's meet again in the next episode. This is the Why Change channel. See you soon.